It was a perfect day. There wasn't an air or wind, and the sea was smooth.
You know, as I say, we're so used today to seeing this on the silver screen that we find it very, very hard, I suppose, to imagine it actually happened and to think that we're actually sitting on the set itself rather than creating an artificial situation.
The century wasn't that old, and attitudes were still, in the previous century, the idea that you made war on civilians was abhorrent to everybody.
But I mean, the sight must have been awesome. The whole sea was awash with bodies of every age group. Many of them anyway with their life jackets on them, and all did.
I'd say their own feelings would be horror, you know, to see what just a big ship is that to go down so close to the lighthouse itself.
History is littered with stories of disaster, tales of destruction, of great loss of life, tales of despair. During the First World War, one such disaster gripped the world like no other. 1,198 lives were lost in what was dubbed a damned dirty business. It was the story of the Lusitania.
One of the early questions that arises when you examine the rapid sinking of the Lusitania, after Walter Schweiger fired a single torpedo at the liner, it exploded under the bridge, and the ship was on the seabed in something over 17 minutes, and it was all over. And nothing was left except the clamour in the water, the drowning people, the lifeboats, and all the chaos, and the wounded, and so forth. And that has baffled experts for years. And the first person to be baffled by the very rapid sinking of the Lusitania was Walter Schweiger. He was quite surprised.
Walter Schweiger, captain of a U-boat. Bill Turner, captain of the Lusitania. Two nations at war, an American continent wishing to remain neutral, and a series of sleepy southern Irish towns and villages seemingly oblivious to it all. They were all about to be embroiled in a story of mystery and intrigue that would be told to the end of the century and beyond. At the outbreak of the First World War in 1914, Liverpool was at the peak of its powers. Gateway to the empire, proud and prosperous, one of the great ports of the world. During the early stages of the war, sea power was considered by the British to be the crucial factor, and a blockade, enforced by the overwhelming power of the Royal Navy, would bring Germany to its knees. Ships bound for Germany would not get through, the country would be denied vital raw materials and supplies, and the German economy would be disrupted. Although America at this point was neutral, no one could foresee the events that were about to unfold that would change the course of history forever. Meanwhile, across the Irish Sea, Cove was still known by its anglicised name of Queenstown. It was the great harbour of County Cork and could handle mighty ships. The safe, comfortable order of the Edwardian world had been shaken to its complacent foundation.